back at the podcast. We have a guest. Her name is Lebrina, and she owns a spa called Pure Vichy, and it's in River Oaks, which is here in Houston, and it's on Welch Street, 2128 Welch is her location. So welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you for having me. So I'm a spa owner, business owner, and I've been open a little over 2 years. So September 24th, 2017 is when we opened. Um, it's been a long road. A lot of people always say, well, how did you get started in the spa industry? And I would have to just tell them, you kind of got to go for what you know. Like I traveled the world to, explore different spas and just get knowledge of the spa world, the inside of the spa world. I was going in as a customer, but I was a student. Like each time I went into the spa, like it was always the do's and don'ts, the no's of what I would do and what I wouldn't do. And the spa industry alone had always been my passion. I came from the beauty salon world, in the hair world. I did hair for 8 years, and it was not my passion. I just was a beauty shop baby, and it was just embedded in me.
Did you like it?
No. I mean, I liked making people feel beautiful, but I didn't like it as far as like my career. I couldn't see myself, passionate about doing hair for the rest of my life. But the wellness game, the spa game, I can see myself doing it for the rest of my life. Self-care is something that a lot of people from my background and my neck of the woods know nothing about. Like, they'll go get a massage for their birthday, or like, oh, it was a gift. But as far as just self-care and the awareness of just doing for your body and taking care of yourself, they don't know that that's like a routine.
Why is that important to you?
It's important to me because why is self-care important to me?
Yes.
And self-care is important to me because I experienced it myself and saw how much it impacted my life personally. So it became something that was so important. I see like our grandparents and just a lot of people that we are close to, like relatives or whatnot, and they're sick and they're diabetic and they have arthritis and all of these different chronic illnesses, and a massage go a long way. You're putting things back where they go, and a lot of people, they just don't know how important massages are. They think that they're leisure versus health, for health purposes. So it's just very, very important to me. My grandmother now, she goes like twice a month to the spa, and she does not miss a massage. But the crazy thing is, she'll be 72, and this was like her first time getting massages. Now she's hooked on them. She's addicted to them,
Yeah.
But it's just, like I say, a lot of, African Americans and just people that come from that unfortunate background area, whatnot, we don't know anything about that world. So it's just, me, myself, personally, I had to tap into it and explore.
Cool. So prior to 2017, when you opened the spa, what were you doing?
Hair.
Cool. And
Yeah.
but what? I guess the question would be like, at what point did you realize I'm going to open a spa up, and then how hard was that to actually do that?
I realized I was going to open a spa when I first started doing hair. I always knew that's what I wanted to do. It was more so, this is what I'm going to do now to pay bills. This is what I'm going to do now to get from point A to point Z. But who knows what point Z looks like? You know what I mean? I didn't know what it looked like. I thought, I needed to create this extreme, like, sought out business plan and, to jump in. But it didn't work like that for me. I didn't go nowhere near what I created in my business plan. Like, it was the experience, which is what taught me the whole way. So I traded in my jewelry. I had a diamond necklace. And at the time when I was doing hair, I was killing it. You know, I was making money. I was well into six figures. And it was just something that was easy for me because, again, I was a beauty shop baby. So my great-great-grandmother did hair. My great-grandmother did hair. It just kept, when you got 5 generations of women that I saw myself do hair. So I was in a beauty shop looking at them, watching them, you know. So it was so easy for me. It came to me naturally. And after that, you know, I like I said, I traded in my jewelry. It was no way I was going to save up $180,000 at the time with my life. You know, I just wasn't that disciplined. So,
it was possible. Just
yeah,
more
it's
discipline.
possible. Yeah. It definitely is possible. But I didn't have that type of guidance that told me, hey, this is what you need to do to save this amount of money.
We just talked about that.
Yeah.
So when you started your business, were you still working or you just stopped?
So when I started, so I went to massage school to learn massage because I didn't know nothing about it. I just knew hair, you know. So I was in massage school. I was still working in the salon, and I was opening the spa at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I'm a mom, single mom. So
Wow.
it was like I was juggling a whole bunch of life, but I wouldn't let nothing stop me, you know. So I was going to school 5 days a week. To massage school. My son, I was dropping him off in the morning, going to school. After school, I was going to the salon to, you know, keep money flowing in, you know, keeping that cash flow going. And then after that, I traded in my jewelry. So I got like 38 grand for my necklace.
Wow.
So it was I had been paying on this necklace, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be an investment, you know, for later on down the line. I didn't keep it that long.
Well, I mean, it's like it caused you to save your money in a different, like a lot of people save their money in their houses. It was in a necklace.
Yeah, mine was definitely in a necklace, and it was I'm gonna tell you, my spa, like I literally thought I was gonna open up 2 rooms. Like to start the spa because I was kind of scared. I didn't have nothing in place. I'm coming into the unknown. This is an area. This is like, come on, River Oaks. Like,
did you have a mentor? Did you have a mentor, like somebody that was already doing it?
Once I got into it, no.
Oh, okay.
Once I got into it, because it was just something burning in me where I couldn't wait any longer. I didn't want to wait on a mentor. I didn't want to wait on, you know, and it's. A lot of people, what we don't realize, a lot of people in the spa world like that you know, who own these different spas and stuff, they don't even have any type of like spa background.
Yeah.
They just have the business background. They know it's lucrative. I want to own it.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to put my hands on it to be able to experience being on both sides of it. That way I can understand the business through and through. You know, even my team, my staff that works there, I want to be able to understand them. I want to create a platform where they'll be able to win, you know, in the commission world. Like, you can really win in this world without slaving and treating the customers like cattle, you know. And
do you have any relatives working for you?
Relatives, no, I do not. No.
Is there a rule against that, or how do you feel about that?
No, it's not a rule against it. I actually had a relative working for me, and complacency took place. You know, like that type. And it's nothing wrong with that. There's no rule against it. I've seen people who have family businesses work together, and they're super successful. But just sometimes it doesn't work out, I guess.
We're trying to get Josh to fire his mom.
Not gonna happen.
I'm kidding.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
I'm kidding.
Not right now.
Yeah.
But so what's really hard, I noticed on your Google Maps location, you got 58 reviews, and you got 5 stars across the board. So in any business, that tells you, because
that's good.
It's hard to keep people happy.
I know, right?
Especially when you're into their personal space or whatever, because they can have one thing wrong and be like, I'm not going to go back there.
It takes a lot more to motivate somebody that's happy to write a review. If somebody's mad, they're more than willing to write a review. I already know that. So if people are happy, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So y'all want to know how we get 5 stars?
Go for it.
Yes.
Tell us. I
Gem.
hope it's legal.
Drop a gem.
No, it's definitely legal. Customer service is like a part of my training. And when I mean extensive, like customer service.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we go through all type of scenarios of customer service. That's my number one concern in my business.
Like a
is
protocol
customer
with
service.
your,
Yep.
What?
Cool.
We have a protocol for
Oh, okay.
customer service. So, and just for our guest experience, we have a whole protocol.
Now, how did you recognize that? Because I'm also a chiropractor, right? So that was like the one thing that will kill you is your front desk. That will, like, you could have like the best doctor, or you go to a doctor's office, you got the best doctor, but if your front desk is horrible, it can bring your, business down. How did you recognize that? Did you go to seminar and somebody told you that, or
No.
you just recognized that?
It was prior to opening the business when I was like traveling, going to different spas.
Yeah.
I was trying to feel out like what makes me feel good, and I'm very picky.
Yeah.
But I was just like, okay, this is so nice and this place is so luxurious, but the customer service isn't all that. So they capitalize off the ambiance of the business versus the customer service of the business. So it's like, it's nice. So that's all you need.
Yeah.
But I would go to a business that has a great ambiance and all that, and the customer service would be superb. Then I've went to some where it's like super small, but the customer service is like through the roof. It's killing the 5-star elite diamond hotels with So I just would study the things that I would not do and what I would do. And when I say travel, I've traveled, like I've been to Thailand. I've been to Scottsdale. Is like spa capital. If y'all ever looking
Arizona.
for like, Scottsdale, they have the most amazing spas. So I went there and I would just explore them.
You know what? That's a wonderful project that I might want to do. Go to all the spas.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because that's a great type of research. Like a lot, going to spa and getting massages and like, oh, this is great massage. Let's go to the next one.
Everybody likes massages.
Yeah,
Not everybody. My mom doesn't.
Serious?
My mom doesn't like being touched, and some people don't like their feet being touched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had people like that are like claustrophobic and all that, and they just don't want to be touched and all that. But we won them over. 90%
probably, I would say, like massages. That's like, and even when I was, doing chiropractic, it was like, okay, we're gonna do it was like auto debit where they go in for massages, and if you have anything extra, we'll do like a chiropractic adjustment or something like that on them.
Yeah.
But it was people came in for the massages, so
It goes hand in hand. We have a chiropractor that comes into the spa Thursday through Saturday. Yeah, she comes in.
Oh, really?
Dr. Mel. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she's sweet. But she's a relative. But
Oh,
she
really?
has her own business, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So she like just comes in, she has a set schedule. And
wow, y'all are like just full circle. Y'all need a doctor to come in.
we're actually working on that. So
really? I'm
yeah.
kidding.
So I have a couple people that I've been knowing a really long time. One of my good friends, she went to Texas A&M with me, and she's a pediatric doctor actually, but we are partnering up, and my NP friend, my nurse practitioner friend. So myself and the two of them are partnering up for like Medi-Spa services. So we're going to Botox, injections,
I was like, what? Oh,
fillers. We are partnering up for that whole side of like Medi-Spa, beauty.
It's a little bit more liability though.
Nah, not really.
Not really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the great thing about it is, we'll have our doctor in-house, and she's going to be doing the services. Our MP in-house, she's going to be doing the services. A lot of the Medi-Spas, they're cracking down on them. You have to have like a doctor that's, assigned to your spa. You paying them out, or a part of the medical board and all that kind of stuff. So it works good for us.
That's awesome.
I know it's on your social media. You got like a really big support system. Like that last event you went to, you said like it was like 2 whole rows, like all your friends came out. I thought that was pretty cool because, like, if I threw something, I don't know if I could get 2 rows.
Yeah, like that was cool.
Because there's a lot of people, like, as soon as they start their own business, they become successful, like, their friends just start hating, like, just...
I went through that too.
It's both. It goes both ways.
Those ain't your friends.
Yeah.
I went
Usually.
through that too.
No, I mean,
it's always more love than hate.
But then you start weeding them out, right? But then she still has, like, 2 rows is what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure she had, like, you know, a couple of friends where she started becoming successful, and then they started becoming distant because they're, like, kind of jealous, and then they're not really supporting her like that. But the fact that she still has 2 rows is, like they took the time of the day, you know, they got dressed up, and, you know, they just, you know.
Bought their tickets.
Bought their tickets.
Are you mostly on IG or YouTube, or do you have a YouTube or anything?
No, I don't have YouTube. Everyone tells me, you need to start a YouTube. But
I mean, if you got a few 100,000, that can be an extra avenue of...
Yeah.
I mean, you can teach. It's all about, like, after you get to a certain point, you want to teach, you know?
Of course.
So...
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, I'm understanding the importance of, like, not putting too much on my plate. If
There
this
you
was
go.
about 5 years ago and they were like, start a YouTube, I'm like, okay, I'm starting
yeah.
one tomorrow. Like, I'll be trying to juggle 5 million things and I wouldn't be, you know, scratching the surface on one.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like about that one thing at a time.
There you
One thing at a time. And it's paying off, you know, focusing on one thing at a time. I remember I couldn't even pay anyone $7.25 an hour to, like, sit at the front desk. Like, at first I'm like, that's too much money. That is, like, too much to be paying somebody. And now, you know, it get to the point where you're like, oh, I have a whole ops manager. You know, like, you really grow. You like, but I actually watched myself grow.
Yep.
Like, I watched myself.
What did your mom say? Like, your evolution?
She's proud. You know, she don't really say too much right now because I'm not excited because I already see where I'm going to be. So, like, right now, it's not exciting to me.
Yeah.
It's just more like I'm grateful, but I'm not excited at all. Like, I see the reason why why I named the business Pure Vichy is because Vichy is a spa town in France. And, you know, Vichy is another way that they incorporate water into the spa. So, like, the Vichy Showers, we are basically going to be adding water once we move to this commercial. Like, I have so much that's going to, like,
your vision.
We were
so
just
good.
talking about that. We're like, it's like there's a certain type of people that, like, you will get somewhere and you're like, that was good. But what's over the hill? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got, like you said, you got to be grateful. And you got to stop and smell the roses and be appreciative and stuff like that. So that's good that you recognize that. But you also moving forward. You're not complacent. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's good.
Because of your success, like, do you, like, intimidate a lot of men? Like,
I could tell her probably right.
Yeah.
How many followers you got on the IG?
I don't even know.
Well, about
it's like
are we talking
it's
about
like 8,000.
8,000? Okay.
No, let me see.
Oh, 9,000, 9,200.
Okay, so around 10 G's. Okay.
92, 96.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it can be intimidating. Like, especially I would say for you know, when you're.
That's how you're riding that horse earlier.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
How do I go live? Okay, there it is.
Oh, she don't have a stand.
It's right there.
Oh, but is her phone? Yeah, her phone.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta do it like that. Can it fit in there?
But I can relate
No, it
to what
goes
you were saying
sideways.
earlier.
Sideways? Can you put it sideways?
Maybe not.
Can you put it sideways like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Like this.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Hold on. Put it in there like that. Is that good?
You called the emergency.
I was trying not to.
Okay. Boom.
Going what you were saying about, like, you're not excited. It's more like because you see where you're going. It's like it's almost like you have to have patience.
Yeah.
It's one thing I lack is patience. So
Yeah.
like
I know,
you
right?
you see what's coming,
yeah.
and you know, okay, I'm gonna get to this point, and after I get to that point, I get to that point.
Yeah.
But it's the in between, patiently waiting to get there. Where we were talking about this earlier before she sat down. It's like you it's almost like I want to go to the next level, the next level, next level. Whereas most people would be complacent or satisfied at this point. Like, hey, I got to my spot, but it's something in certain people that you got to push the limits to go to the next level, the next level, the next level. And to me, it's the patience, it's the game, because you know it's coming. You know you're steadily growing, you're steadily growing, you're steadily growing, but you have to have patience because it's almost like you can see your other self over there. And when I get there, that's what I'm going to do. When I get over there, that's what I'm going to do. And this is what I'm going to get. And this is what I'm going to buy. And this is how I'm going to run this and run that. But you just got to wait because it's coming.
Yeah. I think that fire, that spark doesn't come from like, it's something that's just in you. Like he said, some people, they get to a certain point and they become complacent. They're like, oh, I reached this point. I'm successful. I'm good. I'm content.
Yeah.
But I don't even feel the urgency to push myself to go harder, or it's just something that's in me where I just keep going.
Just want to get better, right?
Yeah, I just want to get better. Like I can't stop. I even times when I feel like I'm mentally exhausted, you know, I just want to get better. Like right now, people always ask me, you know, do I have the answers to this and that? And I constantly evolve and grow as a leader because I lead a team. You know, I have to read. I don't know all the answers. Like right now, I have a business executive coach because he's awesome in management. So I'm like smart enough to reach out to the experts. I'm one of those people that take the back seat in my business if it's something I don't know. I'll reach out to someone who does know, and I make sure. I just really make sure, like, I'm not a micromanager because I believe in letting, that's why I hire, like, people with experience. You have to know why you want someone with experience. I hire people with experience because I want to step away and let you be great.
I was just about to ask you, like, it's like, I think the ultimate goal is to automate your business to where it's actually sellable. If you have to do everything, it's not sellable. Right? You can't sell it to nobody. Be like, do you come with the business? No. I mean, so you have to make your business sellable, like, you know, and put all the processes and procedures in place. So. And
that's where my business executive coach comes in. Like, he says the same thing. He's like, you know, your business is worth more without you. You know.
Exactly. Wow.
And no matter how many people sit there and say, yeah, it's your baby. Yeah, it's your baby, meaning you don't have to be there and baby the business, but you need to be somewhere nurturing the business. It's a way that you can nurture instead of like micromanaging everyone.
And it goes both ways, because I worked with a guy that was totally not in tune with what's going on in the business, and he allowed people that had
no experience.
No, well, they had experience, but they had full control over the bank account, and he didn't have access to the bank accounts.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was like this guy was totally. He had 10 businesses, and when I heard that, I was just like, I think I might need to migrate away from this guy because this guy is, you know, he's totally just on the sideline. He's on the sideline.
Yeah.
So he was like oblivious to what was going on.
It was like a home health company too. So, and it was just like, you know, he had to be more hands-on, and come to find out the manager, she was the one paying everybody, but she was the only person that had access to the bank account. So I think she was embezzling money. So, and she was really nice. And those are the people that embezzle from you. People that are really, really nice people.
Yep.
You know, people you least expect, right?
Payroll fraud, probably.
Yeah, because she wouldn't let him have access to the bank account. I'm like, this is his business.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's probably paying 3 or 4 people that actually don't work.
Paying herself.
Yeah,
exactly. And then she's like, you know, has it under somebody else, you know. So there's a lot of ways money can leak out of a business.
Yeah, it happened to me. You know, it happens to the best of us. Like, and your business, as it grows, you're gonna continue to grow, and you have to, you know, keep learning your business. Like, I think a lot of people they stop learning their business. They get to a point where they're like, you know, it is what it is. We've been around for 10 years, and we're happy. You know, we're making money. Everyone knows about us, and we're happy. But what about the world? Some people don't want to get that big, you know?
Yeah, more money, more problems. I've heard that before. I don't know where. rap song.
No, Puffy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You playing, right?
I'm just messing around.
Nah, he
Yeah,
playing.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, he's older than us.
Yeah.
So you never know.
No, but yeah, no, like things like I think as a business owner, you have to start learning about accounting, and you have to learn about marketing, and those are the two areas I don't like. But I figure, man, you got to know that if you're going to be a business owner, you got to learn how to understand accounting, so you can see if money's bleeding out of your business, where it's bleeding it out, and then marketing, you gotta know how to market your business, which is IG or like just being on Instagram and be like, hey, y'all come out and support, and then enjoy, or you get, I don't think you probably do too many
And
freebies and freebies.
that's the thing. It depends on your business. Like, he can give me advice, but it may not work for my business.
Exactly.
You can give me advice, and and it may be amazing advice for your business, but it just may not work for me.
Exactly.
I've had so many people, give me advice in marketing, and I've had so many trial and errors when it comes to marketing, to where, like, now I have PR and marketing senior, person in place. Her name's Latoya. She's awesome, but it took me a while to get there. Like, marketing is that money, that's that gamble money. You don't know how it's gonna come back. You don't know if it's gonna come back. It's just the gamble, like, because I've had some of the best companies that just did not know how to market a spa, but they can market a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yep.
With
I've
ease.
seen, they cost like, some of these places cost like 10 G's, and they're like, okay, and you tell them it doesn't work, and they're like, well, that's because you did the lower program. But if you do the $50,000, you get better results, or you got to do it multiple times before you see results. And it's like, dude, that's 30 grand gone.
You usually
Exactly.
know. You kind of usually know pretty quickly if it's working or not.
Yeah.
I mean, you give it its due diligence time, but if it's not coming, it's not coming.
Right.
It's the market. I think it, like anything else, it's the market. So
Yeah.
I've spent money on companies that I didn't get anything from them. And I sat there and I told them, and I said, look, from the very beginning, I was like, I don't want to sign a contract. I'll do 3 months, 4 months, 5 months.
Oh, they get you in
and
those contracts.
they'll lie.
Yeah.
Like, they'll get you to sign something. You say, this is tentative. If it's not working, we can cancel. But at the end of the day, don't let you cancel. So I've spent thousands of dollars on companies that give me nothing in return.
Yeah.
And they put it as branding. So,
Yeah.
but there's things that work. So in her business or anything else that we're doing, you find what works for you and run with it.
Can I ask you one question? Do you have any gems for like marketing? What you do? I don't want you to give away the recipe. But
I'll give it away.
Like a couple of things that that would in general that would help somebody that's starting a business, not just a spa business, but in general.
In general, I would say utilize your resources to the T, because when you're starting a business, you don't really have a marketing budget. The average person, like me, I didn't have any money, for like extra wiggle room or any of that. So I just say utilize your resources. My god sister, she's an accountant, like you were saying. Learn accounting. And I would say reach out to the college students who are majoring in certain things. Of course, they're not going to be the best, but your business isn't the best at that point. And it'll get you to a certain point where you're able to pay an expert. Reach out to these college students who are dying for some type of internship. They want the experience. They want to say they've worked with this business, which will help their resume once they're done with school.
He just said that. Didn't you talk about your friend?
Talking about here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. Like, if it's someone that specializes in marketing, they are majoring in some type of marketing, reach out to them. They know a little more than you do. And then you have Instagram, and then you have great customer service. Word of mouth marketing is the best.
I think Google
That's number
reviews
one.
is probably you need to you got to tell your did you enjoy your experience? Can you do me a favor? Can you write us a review, and we'll give you $10 off your next massage or something like that.
Yeah, that's number one.
Something
Customer
like that.
service.
Yeah,
I go above and beyond for customer service because it pays out.
Man, the
tenfold.
Google, I rely on the Google reviews. I know that some of them aren't 110% honest, but if you have 58 reviews, you see somebody has 500 reviews, it's hard to cheat on that. Whereas if you see 5 reviews and like, okay, this could be 5 employees, you know. So
give me a couple ideas about your training with customer service with your staff. Like, just drop a couple of things that you always are reiterating.
Okay, so I always reiterate, make sure you become the person, to treat them like a person. Now, what I mean by that is I tell them, always think in the line, consult with them always.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure we're taking progress notes.
Yeah.
You know that this woman has children. Ask about her kids. Make them feel like a person versus a customer. So some of the things we do, instead of saying, oh, your client is in the back or your customer is in the back, your guest is here. So it's just the lingo, instead of saying, oh, schedule your appointment, when would you like to schedule your reservation? Reserve this time for you. So it's just little details. It's the details what make a business, different from others. So we do not say customers. We know that you're spending money with us. Why do we have to call you a customer? You're a guest. So it's just the small details on how you talk to them, how you always make sure you come down to their level. Anyone you're talking to, make sure you're on their level if they're spending money, because you want to understand what they really want. If you know what a person really wants, you don't leave room for error.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Something that I say all the time is put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
So put myself in the shoes of our customer, and figure out what's going to work for you. What they want, you give it to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's just pretty much what we do. We consult with everyone before we touch them.
Good.
Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought about opening up a beauty like you do here, like say like the commercial building you buy, like putting like a
salon
or a school as well?
The school would be totally separate from Pure Vichy, because I want it to be, my business is more so like that, in addition to like the McDonald's effect. Like, we specialize in premier skincare and advanced massage therapy. So you would have to come in to know we do teeth whitening. You would have to know that we do hair. You would have to, and it works, So it's like that's our anchor for our business. It's like the real care and wellness of one's body.
You don't get away from that. You stay with that, and then those are like other services that are there.
So the school would be like something totally separate down the line, once I get this business exactly where I want it, which is coming soon. I'm so excited.
It's a short period of time. You said 2017.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, and like I say, I didn't have any money, in the beginning to market. It was just word of mouth, and then, just be real with yourself when you're starting businesses and growing it, with your business, because, like I said, my business was so ugly. It was so ugly. I couldn't afford to do a lot of things that I wanted to do, but the point is I started. That's the biggest.
That's okay sometimes, because you don't over leverage yourself, like with money. Like, you don't have a bunch of loans and max out all your credit cards.
Honey, when it comes to loans, when I tell you I do not have a bunch of loans, but again, no one broke down business credit to me. They didn't break that down to me. I just heard about it. I just heard that this was something that I needed. So my first loan was last year, when I didn't need a loan, but I wanted to establish business credit. So I got into a shark loan, a loan that was like eating my head off. I was paying like $1,000 a week, okay, to pay back, short period of time, plus my overhead, plus all this extraness, of, just running a business. And then, long story short, the loan was a little over $30,000. I paid back $43,000.
Wow.
So I paid it off, like January this year. It's completely gone now. And I would just recommend no one to do that.
It's like
it was terrible. But I got business credit now.
They're out there everywhere. I mean, you get a call and an email and a text.
The guerrilla marketing.
Yeah. about that every time. So we're gonna end the show here. We enjoyed our guests so far, and so those people that are listening, either on YouTube or on the podcast, tell them where your spa is and how they can find you.
Okay, so you can find us at 2128 Welch Street, Suite B, and that's WELCH, Suite B as in boy, Houston, Texas 77019. You can go to purevichy.com. That's spelled pure, PUREVICHY.com. And yeah, link in my bio. My Instagram is LebrinaJ. Yeah, phone number 713-429-9582. Call us, schedule. You will not be disappointed. And yeah, I'm just happy.
Free massages? I'm kidding.
And see, I was going to kid with you.
Oh, okay.
Well, good. That's going to end the show. We appreciate having our guests. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
Thank you.
Right.